favorite cousin, fat ass Flacco. Nah, shout out to Poetik Flacco. Y'all get over there, like, comment, subscribe. He be having some cool content. I'm definitely a viewer, a subscriber. So today we're talking about the Pooh Shiesty incident. We're going to go ahead and let Flacco break it down a little more. When I say Pooh Shiesty incident, I mean the kidnapping robbery of Gucci Mane by Pooh Shiesty, his father, and Chopper Gang. And we're going to let Flacco tell us the rest.
It's not even close. Pooh Shiesty is not just going to jail. Pooh Shiesty is going under the jail. Where they're going to put Pooh Shiesty at under the jail, he would never see daylight again. Not only will he not...
Yo, Flacco is the cousin that you want to talk to moms when they trying to get something done. Yo, can we spend a night? Flacco's going to break it down. Detail for detail. Everything that we plan to do as kids, we're going to have tents made.
See daylight again. He's going to a part of the jail where daylight won't see him.
FBI arrested 9 people in connection with a violent robbery and kidnapping at a Dallas.
Why she look like Beyonce's mother though? This news lady looked like she could be Beyonce's mother on God.
Recording studio. Good evening. I'm Clarice Tinsley. Investigators say the main suspect, a Memphis rapper known as Pooh Shiesty, held a group of musicians at gunpoint during a dispute over a recording contract. Fox Source Alex Boyer is live with details. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, Clarice, this is certainly a crazy story. According to that complaint, he, along with his father and 7 others, traveled to Dallas back in January to go to a recording studio to meet up for a purported business meeting. But once there, the rapper allegedly held a record executive at gunpoint over that record deal dispute.
From rapper to accused kidnapper, Lontrell Williams Jr., known as Pooh Shiesty, seen here in his YouTube video, is under arrest for allegedly assaulting the owner of his record label, New 1017 Records, during a purported business meeting in Dallas back on January 10th. At the time of the incident, he was on house arrest for a previous unrelated crime.
Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint.
Williams Jr. and 8
even though on the video we're not going to see him hold the AK himself, but with him being the leader of the gang and like people doing what he say at his word, still gonna F him over.
Conspirators lured the 3 victims to a Dallas recording studio. The gist of it is this: Williams wanted out of his contract with New 1017 Records, which is owned by fellow rapper Gucci Mane. Federal investigators say Williams pointed an AK-style weapon to the head of the victim, identified in the complaint by his initials RD, and forced that person to sign a release to his recording contract. Gucci Mane's real name is Radrick Davis, which matches the victim's initials.
Hey, man, Pooh, let me give you some advice real quick, homie. If them good white folks come to you today and they say, hey, Pooh, we got 30 years for you, man, take that 30 years and be happy about it, man.
Hey, listen,
go sit down and do your 30.
It sounds crazy, but we still got hit with he's going to actually be what's he going to actually be charged with? Because he may be just looking at about 30 altogether. So his plea deal might not be as much. But if he is offered a plea, it's going to be based upon him having to testify on people. I say that because with him being a leader, even though they don't have him physically with it in his hand, unless he says, I never had a gun, A, B, and C had the guns and they did X, Y, Z, then he's not going to get no break cut. And if Gucci take the stand and just tell what happened, or even one of the other witnesses take the stand, he's not going to get a break cut. His break cut's going to be, 30 is going to be a break. So I don't know.
Because the evidence that came out today against Pooh Shiesty was so overwhelming. Pooh Shiesty's greatest advocate and
I was trying. I had a look. I didn't think he was going to beat this at all. But I was just saying, I didn't know he was about to say that right after I said it.
Defender, Lawyers for Worker Mo, made a video and said, hey, man, Pooh, get comfy, homie. It's over with. Do you understand how damning this evidence has to be for Pooh Shiesty, biggest advocate, the man who's been online telling us Shiesty coming home and Shiesty is innocent the last couple of months? For him to come out and say, hey, Pooh, get comfy, man. It's over with. It is done.
Let me tell you the difference between a lawyer and a non-lawyer.
I don't know who this guy is. But they say I guess he must be Pooh Shiesty lawyer.
Non-lawyers think the truth is what they know. Hey, I know this. It's the truth. I could see it. You know what lawyers think the truth is? It's what you could prove in a court of law. When a Fed writes an affidavit saying witnesses told him this, this, and this, and so the defendant is guilty of a crime, that does not make the defendant guilty of a crime. When those witnesses take the stand and give sworn testimony under oath with the defendant in the box and 12 jurors on the side, now you have evidence, you have sworn testimony. We are far from that. Look, I'm not saying this case is getting beat, this case is getting won, this case is this case is that.
That's what I'm saying. We see what we see for sure. But on the same hand, we don't know exactly what he's being charged with. Now, I do think anything that he gets charged with him just getting out of jail for a robbery shooting where he robbed a guy for some shoes or something, or probably was a drug deal gone bad, you know what I'm saying? And then the club incident where he had the gun go off in the club and somebody got hit from a ricochet on the ground. Oh, let's get ready to be in his way. Oh, let's get ready to stand and be held against him. So even if they did give him the light in on this situation, instead of kidnapping, he gets false imprisonment, extortion, something like that. Instead of him getting a low end on them type of charges, he's still going to get the maximum because his 2 charges previous was robbery and shootings, all violent crimes. So
what I'm saying is you have to look at what the government is telling you and look at what the government is showing you. And then you have to start playing the game. That's all. The idea that there's a video of Pooh Shiesty holding a gun and pointing at a Gucci Mane and saying, sign this contract, has been proven to be demonstrably false. That is not on video. If it was, he would have been cooked a long time ago. Yeah, but we'll see what happens as the case in the witness.
Mo, do I got something to tell you, sir? Mo, do I got something to tell you, man? But I think you already found out before I had a chance to tell you, Mo, because I checked a couple of minutes ago and you dropped this video right here. And I could see the sadness.
Oh my gosh, Becky. Flacco about to cook.
And the wind taken out of you, man. Because even you didn't think that Pooh Shiesty was this stupid.
I'm still waiting for Ashton Kutcher to come into the recording studio and be like, yo, Gucci Mane, you've been punked. Sadly, I don't think that's going to happen. That looks like a real video. It looks like when the police reports first came out, it was clear there was no surveillance cameras inside the recording studio room where the kidnapping happened. And so Pooh had a chance. The security guard who gets robbed.
He didn't necessarily have a chance. He just had people would have been up against their pride in the situation. And I say that because they were in there where there was no security cameras at, and it's a soundproof room, so the people out there don't really know what's going on. That's one. But once those people did get hip to the situation, you would have been basing your whole survival and everything on hoping that those people will be up against their pride. Would I snitch, or would I let my pride keep me from snitching and letting this man go free? You know what I'm saying?
That gunpoint of his Rolex watches, Pooh could say, that's not me. But the thing was going to be, is Gucci going to testify and say what happened in the room? Gucci will probably still have to testify if Pooh makes.
That is the major popcorn moment of this situation. That is the climax of this whole movie. Let's look at it like a movie. It's not whether the guy who's already told you that he's snaky and slimy is going to rob the millionaire. That's not what the climax is. The climax is the old street guy who made his living being a street guy, rapping, talking about this street stuff, sticking to the code. Is he going to take the stand and tell detail for detail what happened to him in that room? That's the climax of the movie. That's the big bag of popcorn sitting right here, not moving, part of the movie, and it's coming up soon. We will know the answer soon enough.
Him by taking it to trial, but more than likely Pooh's going to need to cop out a plea because the federal sentencing guidelines are so bad.
Yeah.
How do you take out a camera in the room with no surveillance and then record that? Drugs. That has to be drugs. This is
crack cocaine, is it?
truly a lesson in life, ladies and gentlemen. This world is delicate and fragile, and if you have opportunity and you waste it, or worse, you bury yourself, it's over. You only live once.
Real talk, man. It be a lot of youngins, 18, 19, 20, and getting 40 years, 30 years, like whole life gone. Y'all gotta slow down, man. You only got one. You want to enjoy some stuff, do some stuff in life, be somebody. You know what I'm saying? Be productive. Y'all gotta slow down, man.
Once. It's precious. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
The only lesson to be
Real
learned
talk.
here is don't put
He just gave y'all straight game right there.
your faith in grimy niggas. All right, that's a lesson that y'all need to learn, because
Hey,
I've been learning that lesson. Bro.
Flacco.
I learned that lesson when a grimy nigga called Howard showed up to the water ice shop that I was working at, ate all the water ice, ate all the cheese.
What the fuck, bro? Hey, grimy nigga done scar Flacco ass. Flacco can't even let it go.
Pretzels. I gave him, even gave him a hot dog, but even gave him a gelato.
You passing out
A gelato
blizzard?
with mint chocolate chip on type of the strawberry water ice. Oh, I looked out for him. And then when grimy niggas, and when them dusty hating niggas started going at me, man, Howard clicked up with them to go against me after eating all my water ice. So Howard taught me that grimy niggas can't be trusted early in life. Early. So when I think Mo's a good guy. He don't really have that much experience when dealing with grimy niggas. So he thought, man, no way Pooh Shiesty did this to Gucci Mane.
Man, that dude is an attorney, a defense attorney at that. And while defense attorneys are great, they do a great thing by defending the public against the courts and stuff. Who do you think knows that they are guilty first? The defense attorney or the prosecutor? The defense attorney. They be knowing when some of them people is absolutely super guilty. That's why a lot of people consider lawyer snakes, because at the end of the day, you could have a client that you know is absolutely 100% guilty, but if the bag big enough, you still gonna defend them. You know what I'm saying?
Who gave him an opportunity where nobody else wanted to give him an opportunity. No way Shiesty did this to Gucci Mane, who made him a millionaire before anybody else. No way he would do this. Man, I knew Shiesty did it the minute Shiesty told his grandmama he a snake. He told his own grandmama, you got too much faith in me. You telling me to cut the grass. Whole time I'm the snake. I knew he was a snake. I just didn't know he was stupid. But today I find out he's stupid and a snake. He's a stupid snake.
Snake.
The reason why
he read my mind. I was about to say it before he said it. He told me he's a stupid snake.
Mo is making this video sounding melancholy as can be, sounding sad as can be, is because the very same thing he thought was an impossibility. He thought, no way Pooh Shiesty is robbing Gucci Mane, holding him at gunpoint, kidnapping him to make him sign a contract to release him. No way he did this and put it on camera.
No way he took our ass back to 92, 93, man. That's how even mad at Pooh Shiesty. This son his father thought of. These young niggas don't know nothing about doing no shit like this. This something an old head NWA Dr. Dre Suge Knight ass fan told him to go do. Yeah, man, I remember Suge held Vanilla Ice over the balcony by his ankles, made him sign over his car. This some shit. Yeah, I remember they said Suge Knight beat up Eazy-E and made him sign over his artist. Nigga, he took us back to the early 90s. This is something an old head. And I blame his father, because your father's in your life. This is something his father told him to do, because the father had to remember this from back in the day. Pooh Shiesty don't even exist. something his father told him to do.
Well, today he found out that's exactly what happened. A video surfaced today of Pooh Shiesty Daddy, and Gucci Mane in the studio with some goons where they are holding Gucci Mane hostage, holding him at gunpoint, and making him release.
That's his father holding the contract. Who did I say?
This shit, oh shit.
That's Gucci Mane. Oh, and the person who's recording is Big 30. You can hear his voice. Sir.
Now I know everybody saw this video by now. I kind of waited for all the other bigger platforms to go ahead and drop so I can go ahead on and put my little 2 cents in the situation. You know what I'm saying? But this video is viral. It's kind of like the biggest talked about thing on Reddit, YouTube, Instagram. It was like everywhere. As soon as Gucci Mane walked towards that dude, he whipped the gun out and said, "Nah, you can't go nowhere yet," or whatever he said. Gucci got the message though.
Kidnapping, bro. Kidnapping, man.
Now. Hold up, cuz. Hold on, cuz. Let me school you a little bit. Kidnapping is, of course, what we know as kidnapping. Person pulling up, throwing you in the car. Okay, cool. But kidnapping is also defined by moving a person more than 11 feet against their will. So if you was arguing with somebody and you picked them up, that could be considered kidnapping, all type of stuff, right? This right here is called false imprisonment. He's blocking the door with a weapon. Now that's holding somebody hostage, but that's called false imprisonment. Kidnapping, Gucci he's still like, you know, he's not been kidnapped, but we're gonna let him progress.
Kidnapping, bro. Gucci turns to leave, he holds the gun. That's the kidnapping charge right there. 40 years. 40 years. But
maybe a 20 piece. Maybe a 20 piece. You for sure looking at 20. You got the assault rifle, which I'm sure got some type of stupid clip on it, depending where they at. But you got the assault rifle, that's gonna be a felony. Then you got using a felony in a crime. Then you got the false imprisonment hostage situation. Then you got the robbery on top of that, armed robbery. So good 25, 30
this 2-second gesture, 40 years. He turns to leave, you pull out the gun, 40. Let's continue.
Let them know you dropping.
How many years?
By this 2-second gesture, 40 years. He turns to leave, you pull out the gun, 40.
40.
Let's continue.
Like 30 feet.
Let them know you dropping. I drop you. No, say it.
Now, Gucci don't have on no chain. You don't see no rings, no jewelry. He looked like he got all his jewels taken. So they said before this part of the tape is when they actually had the gun to Gucci Mane's head and forcing him to sign and stuff like that.
Pooh Shiesty dropped from 1017.
Pooh Shiesty dropped from 1017.
So not only do y'all got on camera my homie with the gun stopping him at the door, y'all got my whole body and face on camera too. And one could argue that it looked like Pooh Shiesty is holding onto a gun or clutching for a gun. One could argue that.
Because he did this under duress while being kidnapped, that contract is probably wire fraud. 20 years.
Shut up.
Woo! What you talking about, Flacco? See, I don't know nothing about that part. He said because he had to do that under duress, that probably counts as wire fraud. Let me listen again, y'all. Hold on.
Pooh Shiesty dropped from 1017. So because he did this under duress while being kidnapped, that contract is probably wire fraud. 20 years.
Shut up.
Basically, like you kidnapping somebody and trying to make them buy stuff off the ATM, off their card and stuff. Oh, man. Oh.
Real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them.
Boy, do I got some news for you. Boy, do I got.
in the video, okay, in the video, I thought Pooh Shiesty was telling Gucci that I'm a real nigga. I ain't never did no police shit, da 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 da. But he was saying that Gucci is a real nigga, never did no police stuff, right? And Gucci instantly went and snitched.
Some news for you, Shiesty. Do you hear this, man? Do y'all hear this? While he's in the commission of the crime, he says, real ninja, never did no police stuff.
What's going on? Bro, we just did it. It's done. What you do? You drop.
So right there, with Gucci saying it at first, while they had the gun out, Pooh Shiesty was going to probably try to edit that out, clip it off, erase it. He tried to come back again on some fake promo shit like, yeah, Gucci man, real nigga, never did no police shit. Go ahead and tell him what you said. Gucci like, nigga, I already said it. Why we gotta keep doing this? Because now they trying to get a clean version. They was gonna try to show this to somebody of legal power and say that I'm no longer signed to Gucci man. So these niggas is crazy.
You said you want to be dropped, you dropped.
So Pooh Shiesty, and this right here though, like just just really kind it kind of really shows as well.
Man, why they blur Gucci man face out? The whole world know what's up, man. Like you blurred his face out like he's that special, huh?
Pooh Shiesty's mindset, right? Because Pooh Shiesty is doing this, and the first thing he said was, man, Gucci a real one, man. He ain't never do no police stuff. Why are you, that's just antagonizing that man. You are saying that while you're robbing this man and kidnapping him.
Pooh Shiesty dropped from 1017. Shout out.
See, they try to shoot it like a promo. They wanted him to say it again. Yeah, Gucci man, I dropped Pooh Shiesty from 1017 with Pooh standing right there without showing the gun. I don't understand why the guy with the gun is even allowed to be on video while y'all doing this, but okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? The world got to know what you did and how you did it in this generation. But now y'all want to go back and have this man say the same thing all over again. He like, you know what I'm saying? He just ready to play. Nigga, I ain't giving you no clean, perfect, edited version of this. Y'all got me effed up. You know what I'm saying?
Real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on. Bro, we just did it. It's done. What you do? You drop.
If you don't understand why anybody will record themselves committing federal crimes, let me explain. First off, they thought that Gucci Mane would just go to the courts later and say he signed it under duress. So they took a video of it so they could show the first off, taking this with the intentions of showing the courts if Gucci denies signing it under duress is just stupid, right? Because you recorded your homie with a gun to Gucci.
That's the craziest part.
And
why he ain't even have his face mask on? He just right there, no face mask on with the Draco. He at least supposed to be face masked up. You know what I'm saying? Even if y'all see me on paper a little bit, y'all ain't finna hear my voice. Y'all ain't finna peep my face, none of that. Y'all just gonna see me right there. You know what I'm saying?
Turn the camera when the homie pulled out the gun. And you guys have plans on showing this to a judge?
It's crazy.
Cut it out, man. But secondly, the reason why this was recorded is because the crime does not matter if the streets don't know you did it, man.
Wow.
What's the point of kidnapping Gucci, holding him hostage with a firearm, making him sign, making him submit to you if the real niggas can't see you did it, man? If the hoes don't know you did it.
I don't think they did it for that, because if that was the case, they could have just dogged him right there. I think they did it for he could put it out before Gucci man could say that he did it under duress. So even though we got the paperwork, if we got this video right now of you saying on camera, standing with me in the camera, I released Pooh Shiesty from 1017. He wanted to be dropped. He dropped. I can go drop that right now on the internet, get millions of views. So even when you go, even if it's the same day, you go and say, nah, man, I was forced to do that. Now it's a process we got to take up in court. And here come the legal paper that you signed letting me out, which was the contract his father had. So I understand from that point of view. I don't think they did it just to show the world. I think they was supposed to do it for what I said, But I think when Holmes whipped out the Draco, it probably caught Big 30 back off guard because like they just had the Draco to this nigga head. We didn't put it away. He done signed the paper. I got the recording, and now it's like, you know what I'm saying? He just like, oh, what the fuck? I stopped trying to get a nigga some lane. I don't understand why he put that nigga with the gun.
Man, what's the point of doing the crime, man? The body don't count if the hoes don't know I did it, man. What's the point of killing a nigga if I can go back to the block and the baddest hoes know I'm a killer, man? What's the point of catching a body if I can't go back to the block and the real niggas know I'm a killer and the hoes know I'm a killer? What's the point if I don't get the stripes for doing it? So you gotta record it when you catch somebody like Gucci Mane, who is the example, the face of YNs and street dudes and gangster. When you make a dude like that submit to you on, man, you gotta record it, man. And that's why they did it. They recorded it.
I don't know, Flacco. I be agreeing with you sometimes, but I ain't gonna give you that one. I think it's more for the reason I say. I think they had plans on showing that video to some executive somewhere. I know they definitely was gonna put the part out with him just saying, yeah, this Pooh Shiesty, he dropped from 1017, I released him. With Pooh Shiesty saying, oh yeah, man, Wop a real nigga, street nigga, never did no police shit, da-da-da-da-da. That was all like a little mental manipulation. Like, I'm gonna say that on camera while you right here, and then if you go, you know what I'm saying? But if you listen to the song that came out after that, where he was like, he know millionaires that snitch and stuff, he already knew that he was going to jail when he made that song with Glorilla.
Because they wanted to show the streets how street they are. Now we get to see how street you are. But unfortunately for you, we get to see how street you are, and you get your stripes and your props while you doing life in prison. Because Pooh Shiesty already got priors. His base offense level gotta be like 30 plus. Pooh Shiesty, PSR, gotta be like 30 plus, yo. I'll be real, the base offense level is probably 30 to start. And by the time you add the enhancements and the PSR, he probably at like 50. Pooh Shiesty is gonna do life.
Hey, a 30 piece is still a tough little sentence, man. 30 pieces of tough little sentence.
Behind this. I think at bare minimum, he's looking at like 40. You is never.
I'm saying, we got, what I think will happen is this. I think they will be able to get Pooh Shiesty on kidnapping or false imprisonment. We did not see him with a gun in his hand. We did not hear him say, get the bag with the gun in it. It just said, get my bag when they showed the text messages or whatever was said, right? So they would have been able to get him on the kidnapping, but I think they might just go ahead on and hit Pooh Shiesty and the Chopper Gang niggas with a RICO now, because once they showed that text thread that showed how many people was willing to listen to what Pooh Shiesty said, made him look like the leader of the gang. And he said he was the leader of the gang. He's the top shooter for his gang. He said that. It's probably other people that weren't there. It was only 9 people. They say they have 100. So they might just hit them with a RICO, because now you doing like he said, wire fraud, contract stuff, intimidation, robberies and stuff like that to further the business that's going to be saying that's to be paying for Chopper Gang and fund the Chopper Gang. So I think Pooh Shiesty trouble's just starting. I think even if they do convict him for the Gucci stuff, it's going to be a RICO for his gang, because they know too much now. There have been so many YouTube theory pages and so many YouTube
coming home. And unfortunately for you, man, you thought you were smart. You thought you were smart. You went to the court to play them good white folks' faces, man. The prosecutors arrested you for you to go sit down, enjoy the cheese, right? Enjoy the steak you was having in prison, according to go sit down and take your accountability and your responsibility and maybe get a deal for like 20 to 30 and come out at the age like 50. You started fighting back, man. You started filing all type of motions with the court, letting the judge know, Your Honor, I'm here unjustly. They don't got no proof. They lying on me, Your Honor. That was what you put in that response to get out of jail on bond. You said the prosecutors, them good white folks was lying on you. They would never do no such thing. Not only is Pooh Shiesty the dumbest criminal to ever live, Pooh Shiesty might be the slimiest, most scandalous, untrustworthy nigga to ever live, man. I don't think there has ever been a more grimy nigga than Pooh Shiesty.
Nah, man, nigga, introduce yourself. Hey, I'm Gucci Man. I'm Pooh Shiesty. Nigga, shiesty never been a cool thing to be. You don't hang with shiesty niggas in the hood. We don't deal with them.
He is the most shiesty, most scandalous, untrustworthy snake I think I've ever witnessed in the history of life.
Wow.
Bro, and the fact that Pooh Shiesty did this like a week, no more than a week after he sat down with Double XL. He sat down with Double XL, looked them good white folks in their faces, and told them he was a changed man.
Knowing how to communicate, I learned how to communicate better. It's a lot of good things, you know.
See, hey,
you can
I
see
ain't
the
gonna
good
lie,
in
y'all.
situations.
I'm
Always
not
some
gonna
good.
lie. When I heard little bro talking in this interview, I was like, this nigga slow as hell.
It's a lot of good things, you know. You can see the good in situations. Always some good. Moving forward, like I was saying, like just on moving better in life. Like I try like to steer away from them same type of like scenarios. It's like seeing now, like I done saw that one before. Like I done already watched that movie before. I'm already cool on it. You know what I'm saying? So I try to change on my people, places, and things. You know, change up the way I move. I always put like the importance first, like who I am and what I got ahead of me and who I do it for, and them situations to where now.
Man, listen. Y'all slide on over there to Flacco. Enjoy the rest of that video. I'm going to catch y'all next time on the next video. It's definitely coming a lot sooner than these other videos been taken. I've been dealing with a little bit of stuff, and I don't be trying to come on here in them type of spirits. Anyway, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.